Hey Coolie Cats, today we're gonna be Hey Coolie Cats, today we're gonna be watching Godzilla vs. Kong. I'll be back in a few hours. Turn the camera to the
Welcome to my world.
Dominant species. We believe that life can only exist.
Just a disclaimer, I say all this from the perspective of someone who doesn't even watch kaiju movies, so you're gonna hear some pretty obvious things. For the most part, it's a pretty good movie. Of course, not one I would rewatch. The writing was fine and the visuals were good, but it's mostly just CGI, which is bearable. I mean, it looks pretty good. I just don't like the whole concept of the subterranean Asians being like all these all-knowing, wise beings that have cave carvings of the lore of Godzilla and Kong. I also hated the whole power crystals thing. I think that was kind of lame. They also call the villain the Scar King with a K instead of a C to make it look cooler. There's also some inconsistencies. There's this one scene in the movie where Kong is in Egypt and Zilla is in Gibraltar, so he has to swim all the way there. Do the writers not know how far that is? I mean, we've seen the speeds at which Godzilla swims, so I doubt he even made that far of a distance in such a short amount of time. Now let's talk about the amount of death that happens in this film. I guess it's just like every adult animated sitcom where they're just like, they don't care that everyone around them is dying. There's a scene in the movie where Zilla mouth lasers into the sky. If the fight between the characters didn't already kill the citizens, then there's a good chance the cancer being released from the radioactive beam could have finished the job. He released cancer into the air. Everyone in Rio has cancer. And that's another thing, there was like zero reason they had to fight in the city. Unless that portal they fell through was like rigged to go by Rio by the sub-Asians, because they just hate Rio for some reason. I can just imagine like a tourist with his family going to Rio and then they just die from that. I also like this one comment under this Reddit thread. The G in his name means genocide. Godzilla, even as a hero, has probably, unironically, accidentally killed more than Hitler, Stalin, Mao, and Pol Pot combined. That's kind of funny. It's a good thing there was no acknowledgement of the collateral damage at the end of the movie and just ignored it like, oh yeah, we know millions of people died, but hey, monkey guy and cancer lizard saved the day, happily ever after. If I could, I would have suggested they fight here. Or here. Maybe here. Possibly here. I guess here. Here too. Definitely here. I don't know, I just can't see these guys as heroes. But Kong using a literal child to beat the other monkeys to death makes up for it. Look, sympathizing for people in a fictional universe, yeah, I get it. But they're really playing with my patience here. I mean, does no one live there or something? We know people are dying, it's just not acknowledged at all. If I lived in a world like that, where the government protects a literal weapon of mass destruction that could kill me any day, sign me up. I don't know, maybe I'm just way over my head. I don't even care about this movie.